What's up, guys? 1 o'clock on Friday. Time to get the weekend started. So first things first, we gotta unbolt the bed platform, pop that out of the way, then we get into the water box and start getting into the plumbing. Let's go. Alright, now that we got the bed platform out, we get access to the plumbing down here. So you can see what we got going on. Down on this end, we have our water pump, our mixer valve. There's our heat exchanger for our hot water. There's the heat exchanger for the furnace. Got our glycol reservoir. That's the main control box. We got to run plumbing through those two holes. That goes through into the shower. So that's going to be our hot water, our mixer there. And then what we have going on is this corrugated tube down here, down at the bottom. It was a really tight fit. Everything's pretty crowded in here. It's hard to get on. So we're going to have to pull that back off, heat it up so we can get it over the fitting down at the bottom, and then put a new hose clamp on it so it stops leaking. Alright, took a little more work than I was expecting. Got the tube out though. We're going to plop this down in front of the heater, and should soften the end up, make it easier to put back in. So while that tube's softening up, I'm going to pull the couch up underneath here is where I keep all of our electrical stuff. So we're going to get into a 120 volt system now, get that wired up, because I think we're going to need it next weekend.
So we took our breaker box out from under the couch where all our electrical is, because we're hooking up our 120 volt system. We took it out because we need to drill a bigger hole here for the wires to go through.
Alright, about to lay down the second coat on this. We're popping open the Flex Seal, which this is a total experiment. We're not entirely sure this is going to be a long-term solution, but we're going to give it a shot. The stuff reeks though, so we're going to wear respirators this whole thing. You ready to do this?
You want a headache? Yeah, all right. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Alright, we got a second coat of paint on there, so we're going to clear out, call it a night, and we'll pick this up tomorrow.
So it's Saturday morning and our breaker box painting from last night is dry. So Riley is going to get working on the 120 volt system while I get to painting the drawers and doing some touch-up.
new drawers?
Well, they're super functional, so I'm really excited about that. The paint looks nice if I do say so myself, but I'm super hyped. We have so much more storage now. And we magically made the paint match the laminate without trying. So.
So we really struggled with getting this screw on here. Finally got it, we're all excited, got the final screw on here, went to install it and realized we forgot to run the wire through the correct hole of our breaker box here. So now we gotta take it all back apart. We dropped the screw down this like black hole twice and had to fish it out. Let's hope it goes better the second time. All right, we got it in. Time to flip it on and watch for sparks. There we go, there's the main power. And then everything should be starting up. Oh.
Oh, there it goes.
Sweet, so we're starting up. So this is our main battery monitor screen. It's gonna tell us our AC input, AC loads, the battery level, and then DC power. Because we just switched off the main power switch on everything, it's not going to give us an accurate battery level reading until it gets charged back up to 100%. So we'll have to plug in a shore power tonight and go through the absorption phase till that gets back to 100, and then we'll get an accurate state of charge. And looks like our ricks and heating's coming back on, and then we should have lights again.
Let there be light.
So now we'll turn on the inverter, and we should see this come on. So that's the inverter on. We'll turn on our hot water heater. Choose an electric heat source. We should see our AC load start to go up.
That's a new noise.
Yeah, there's the inverter. Well, we'll keep an eye out for sparks, see if we have any flames, and as long as they're small ones, I think we can check that off and call that job done.
So, it's almost the end of Saturday. We got our spray painting and touch-up paint done, and Riley got the 120 volt system hooked up.
We don't have all the outlets hooked up yet. Right now it's just the one above the couch. And then that wire runs up and over the ceiling to the other side, so we'll have one in our kitchen so we can hook up our cooktop there. And then continues on down to the back of the van, so we'll have an outlet in the back. So right now we have the breaker switched off for the outlets. So we'll get the last two wired up so we can use them next weekend, and then we can flip that breaker on.
Heck yeah.
But we're moving on, so we're trying to get 3 more coats of varnish on our shower pan tonight. We made our shower pan out of a butcher block countertop that we routed down the inside, so it's 3/4 of an inch lower.
It is truly a labor of love.
Yeah, but it turned out pretty incredible, or at least it has so far. So we got to sand it down. We've already put 3 coats of varnish on there, and you can do a coat every hour, basically up to 3 coats in 24 hours, and then that'll give us 6 coats, which should be good. We'll
Fingers crossed.
assess the situation afterwards, but I should wrap that up. And then we can install the shower door and pretty much, plumb up the shower head, and then we'll have a functioning shower.
Yeah. Which is important because the reason we're trying to get all this stuff done, essentially in the this coming week and the past week, is because we're going skiing this coming weekend. And, we don't want to be sweaty people after skiing, so you gotta have a shower. And I've never skied before, so this is my first ski trip ever. So, stay tuned for that, because that'll bring some fun bloopers, people.
It should be sweet, though. We're just camping in the van up there at the ski resort, which is on top of a mountain. Fortunately, we have our water tanks inside, so we've actually only tested our plumbing once for 10 minutes.
And fix the leaks. So presumably it's all gonna work.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll do some tests.
We haven't tested the hot water yet, so we have some more to figure out and some more testing to do. But I think that pretty much... We're going to do the shower pan tonight, and then that wraps up everything, doesn't it? And
until we're back tomorrow.
Tomorrow, we got some stuff on the outside of the van we're trying to do. A little bit of like trim work, just finishing stuff. Probably paint another one of our drawers that we have. We'll see what else we can come up with. There's a million things we have to do still. A lot of it's just finishing touches. You've probably noticed we don't have a ceiling. So that'll have to get done at some point, but it's not a functional thing. Yeah. Like the van totally works how it is now.
There's some more cabinets to build, but again, that's more functional and for more stuff. And right now we're okay for what we're using the van for, so.
Yeah. You want to get going on the shower pan?
Let's do it. No time like the now to smell some varnish. Super late on a Saturday night, and we've got a third and final coat of varnish, fingers crossed, final coat of varnish on our shower pan. So before we all get headaches and smell of varnish, we're gonna call it a night and meet you back here tomorrow.
Sunday morning, before we dive into all the stuff inside the van, while it's kind of nice outside, not too cold, we just got our Owl Sherpa panel in, so we're going to go ahead and mount that up on the back. Alright, so we got our panel all bolted up. Last step here is to drill a hole through the van and put our last bolt through. We're like 93% sure it's in the right place. So let's give this a shot. We got a little pilot hole going in first. Alright, now to go for the bigger hole. Alright, so our construction is turned to demolition. Our bolt, the nut got seized up on it before it could tighten it all the way down. And can't get to go either way, or we're gonna strip out the head, or like cause some damage to the inside. So I got a big old fender washer we're gonna pop on there, and we're gonna chop the head off. Hopefully allow us to get it out, and then we can get a fresh bolt and put it in. Alright, so we're back from the second Lowe's trip of this weekend, which honestly is pretty good for us. We got a new bolt. It's a hex head instead of a socket head. Well, a button head socket. And it looks like it's the right length. So we gotta squeeze our hands back in the door here and get a washer and a nut. And we're gonna be sure to put some anti-seize on this time so we don't have a repeat of what we just did. shower door installed. We got one side on. Now we gotta do the second one. We gotta make sure it's the same distance back from the front edge, and then we get it all lined up. What's up, guys? It's Sunday night. Gotten a ton accomplished this weekend. So we're gonna throw a final coat of paint on the back wall of the shower here.
Well, hopefully the saga of smelling fumes is over for a while on this van.
That's true. That should be all the smelly stuff.
Yeah. Yeet, yeet.
That's good.
Here you see Riley in his natural habitat.
What about now?
No.
What about now?
No.
What about now?
I'm gonna punch you in the face. Right now.
What about now?
Riley, I'm filming you.
Have you been filming this whole time?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were saying no.
Oh no, I was saying yes.
No. I thought you were saying, what were you saying?
I wasn't before, and then I was saying now.
Now. I thought that was a no.
I was like, joking around. I was like, yes.